Hello, everybody. Welcome to our next interview, Meet the Harp Stars. And today is again another pleasure of mine to welcome our really very special guest, Julia ROVINSKY from Israel. And I will just be very also honored to read her biography, just simple, because she has much more to say about herself. So just very little biography to have introduction of her. Julia ROVINSKY was born in St. Petersburg in Russia, graduated from the Rimsky-Korsakov Academy of Music. In 1988, she was a prize winner of the National Harp Competition in Moscow. Since immigrating to Israel in 1991, Julia ROVINSKY had become a central figure of Israel concert scene. She appears regularly as soloist and in many chamber music ensembles and has taken part in many festivals in Israel and around the world. Julia ROVINSKY is principal harpist of the Israel Philharmonic Orchestra, and she teaches at the Buchman Mehta School of Music in Tel Aviv University. But she's also the director of the Israel International Harp Competition, which is unfortunately not mentioned in this biography, which is printed, but I need to mention because it's a very important position. In 2002, she won the Prime Minister Prize for Best Performance of Israeli Music. In recent years, Julia ROVINSKY has recorded several CDs, both for solo harp and chamber music. So now a little introduction, but much more you will hear during our interview with our wonderful guest, Julia ROVINSKY. So welcome, Julia.
Hello, Jana.
Hello, lovely to see you.
Yes,
Thank you for your time.
We miss each other.
We miss each other so much, and it has been. Yes. It has been a long time indeed, yeah, and I'm so glad that you make your time to be with us today, and I'm so looking forward to hear. Of course, as always, I would like to, if you can just say, how did you come to play the harp, how everything came to your life to be the harpist, if you are from the musical family and so on.
All right, I'm playing the harp by mistake. I'm always saying that. No, it's just joking, of course. My grandmother, she was ballet dancer, really wonderful, and of course, since I was born, I wanted to dance, and she told me, no, this is too tough. Life is finished. The professional life finished too early, and I had it enough. You'll be a musician, because it was obviously for me, for everyone, that I need to be performer. Yeah, so I think I started to sing and dance before I started to walk and speak. You know, it's what my parents were telling me. And so I started to play piano since I'm 5. And then my parents, my grandmother, she wanted me to study in the school for for gifted child in St. Petersburg, in Leningrad. Yes, yes. This is my first harp I was given in the school. It's the old Russian harp. Yes, and it was so funny because I was really small at age 7. Not that I big now, but I was really small. And my teacher, Irina Shipulina, who chose me from the entrance exam, I didn't know what she knew something, because she took me, and I started to play the big harp almost by standing, because I couldn't reach, and no A pedal, because I couldn't reach the pedal A. So for I think first 2 years we were avoiding pieces with the A pedal. Yes, and this is a picture from, I think I'm here almost 11 or 12. And I played chamber music there. There I love it, to play chamber music. I think it's so important.
By memory already? Was it by memory, or was it really by only for pictures made? Because this is...
Of course, it was by memory those days. I think we played Descansance, this one. Yeah.
Nice. And I know that in Russia it's very common that the small children, when they cannot reach the pedals, they have some special adjustment for the pedals so that the little children can reach it.
Those days, not those days. No.
Yeah.
Maybe in Moscow, but we were in Leningrad. We didn't
Yes.
have, yes, although harps was made in St. Petersburg, yes, in Leningrad, the factory.
Indeed.
Yeah, but to buy harp, my parents was standing in line for 10 years only to have a possibility, and not to mention my father sold his boat because we didn't have money to buy harp. So he sold this the love of his life to my harp. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah. My parents are not musicians, but they help me and they support me always. Didn't ask me to clean, house on just practice.
Because we have here you were already older.
Here I'm mother of 1-year child.
Don't tell me. You look like 15 years old here.
Yes. I'm 19 here. Yes, 20. I'm here 20, and this is from Moscow, from the competition, from the all union competition that I.
Which you won the first prize.
No, first. No, I've got the third prize together with Nika Rybchenenko. We divided. Yes, you know her. She's in Boušková theater in Moscow. Yes. So,
and
but
here's
it was. It's the final exam of the academy. It's 1991. I just wanted to say about the all union competition. The country USSR, it was so huge, and I think we had 4 stages also in our competition. Hinastera and Glier concertos for the final.
Both or choose?
Both. With piano, without orchestra, but yes. And we hadn't any YouTube recordings to study. And I think it was very, very big. I don't remember how many were we, but I think I'm the only prize winner from Leningrad who won in Moscow, because it was almost impossible, So when I came back to Leningrad with this prize, I've got the scholarship on Lenin name. I was the only one who had it. It was like the good salary for the engineer.
I see. But you have changed your life afterwards, because you left to Israel. You immigrated, and so you were very young at that time. And did it happen like that? You did it by yourself or with your parents?
No. I already had my husband and son. So we decided that it was very hard years in our country, in your country, and everywhere. Yes, this is a picture from 92, I think. It's from Israel.
So you were in Israel already at that time.
Yes. I think I played some concert, and somebody in audience who had the photo studio saw me, and I'll give you the present. Let's make the picture. So this is yeah.
So lovely. And because you were playing in Russia already in the orchestra, you were playing in St. Petersburg in the Philharmonic. How long have you been played there? Because you must have been very young when you have.
Only 1 year.
Only 1 year.
Yes, and then we left immediately after I finished the academy. Yes.
And who was actually your teacher in St. Petersburg?
Professor Vorosyan. She just passed away last year. She was 90 something. Yes, she was still alive and very hard. Yes.
You started with her from the beginning, or
no? In a school, it was Irina Shipulina. She was the best, I think, teacher for the children. I mean, from age 7 to 18. And then in academy, yes, I studied with Professor Vorosyan, and also her sister. She was organ player. And before important concert or exams, she was asking her sister to come. And then it was real study, because she didn't care it's harp and we have complication with the pedals or whatever for fingers. She asked to play music. So it was very interesting.
That's fantastic. So you started when you were 5 years old.
Piano, no, the harp I'm playing from since I was 7.
7.
And in those days in Leningrad and Moscow, we all started with big harp. No, there wasn't this system
Of course.
to start with small. I found it better, easier, because when we're so small, we don't understand what is difficult. Pedals or levers or whatever, but then it's part of me. Yeah, now the pedals. Who think about it? Nobody.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
when I'm playing piano, I miss the pedals. I don't want this black keys.
But as you said, you were, because I'm just repeating a little bit for the people who come later, you said that everything came like by accident for you to play the harp. And actually, did you have any other choice for the instrument as well, or only the harp?
No, I started piano, of course, playing piano, and I wanted to continue with the piano, and I continued at second instrument. But there wasn't place for me in this school because, I have had no professors in music in my family and no protection. So I think I have my very good friend, probably she's listening to us. She was pianist, and she always joking that my career it's because she took my place in piano. So I went to harp, and now I'm successful on harp. It's because of her. Yes, because she didn't want to play piano.
So we certainly are happy that you are playing the harp, because your way was really very rich. And when you left to Israel, what did you do in Israel after the immigration? Because it must have been very difficult for you.
It's the years I not really want to remember, because we were very poor, no money, and small child. And I played on weddings. I played everywhere. Well, not on the street, but in every orchestra, and I tried to play on the competition, on the contest in 1992 with you together.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
And I would like to ask you, because I really don't know, because we all look different. So can you tell us, where are you in this
I'm standing right. You've seen Anna Makarova. She is big with the hair.
Yes.
Next to her, on her left, it's me.
Okay, so behind the Katrin Bright, who is in the red.
Yeah.
So behind her is no, you said now the name.
Anna Makarova, yes.
Anna Makarova, exactly. And then next to her, it's Mr. Natra on the near
on the right.
On the right, near to the wall, and next to Anna Makarova, it's you. So you are behind the man as well.
Yes, it's me.
How lovely. Great.
Yes, experience, although I was finished after first round. But I remember this week I had harp in my room in hotel, and I could practice. It was just, I think it was first time since long time that I have all the time only for me, because children and the work and everything we need to do. So I practiced very good, and I've heard and I've heard you. So.
But you were in Israel already based. It was for 1 year already. You were in there.
Half year.
Yes.
And I need to thank Esther Herlitz, because when I came to Israel, so after a month or so, yes, I think.
I just saw her. She's the lady, the older lady who is, when you look at the picture on the right, very right in the front, so that you can, in front of the young lady in the orange.
Yes,
so
yes. So I came to the contest office to say that I want to participate, and she tried to help me. So she told me, there is audition to Israel Philharmonic for substitute for second harp. Of course, I didn't know. How can I didn't know Hebrew, any language, anything. We just came and started to understand what is it here. So So she called there and told me, try to explain what to play. I didn't practice before this, I think, for a month. When we moved and we came and we found a place to live, So I just practiced for 2 weeks, tried to be ready for this audition. Didn't know anyone here, and suddenly I won it. It wasn't job, yes, it's only for substitute, but this way I just started to play there sometimes, and it was just amazing. It was incredible, and I started to play with some flutists from there, and people just loved my playing. So this is the start of my way to this position.
That's amazing way, because you started to play there when you were in 2003. So it has been actually 10 years after you moved to Israel.
Well, yes, it's 2003. I won the second time that I won audition, because first time it was 98, I think, and I lost. It was very long story, and I lost it for Gillian Bennett-Sella. She's now back in States. So she came to play here for a year, and I thankful her for it, because I decided if I'm not winning this position, I'm stopping playing harp, and I wanted more children because I had only one. So immediately when I lost, I decided I'm making children, and I starting to study computers or whatever. So it was the 1 year that I did my twins. Yes, and now they're going to army this year.
So you have 3 children?
Yes, I have 3 children and 2 grandchildren.
I have also some picture here which I found, and I will just hopefully that just you can tell these are your children or grandchildren.
Yeah, this is my twins. Here they are 4.
So beautiful.
Yes.
It's gorgeous picture, and I have also one funny picture here with your husband.
Yes.
Who is really very, very lovely person, and I really always enjoy you as a couple, because you are really like it should have been. Really, you are a one soul.
I agree.
Very, very wonderful. So greetings to him as well, of course. So
thank you. I will, sure.
And tell me, here it's of course in Israel already.
Yes, here I won the beauty competition, as I say. There was some company was capturing film for watering Israel, watering system, and they decided to shoot harpist in every place. So I had the picture in the farm, and between the woods, and on the sea, in the desert. So they yes, it was very hard, the shooting, because the temperature was 50 degrees probably. Yes, and I remember that I've got the burned on my skin after. Yeah.
Oh, but you are really very, very beautiful.
It's certain harp could there. I brought it from St. Petersburg. This is the harp my father bought me, and so it's still here in Israel. Students are playing on this. It goes from one hand to, so it still lives and serve them.
That's wonderful. It's really wonderful. Julia, you are a little bit now again, like with the internet connection, it doesn't work, but hopefully we will not lose you. Only just that we hope that it will not get disconnected. In case, just come back if it will happen.
I'm not going anywhere.
I found some of other pictures like this. This is also gorgeous. It's also from the beauty picture.
Yeah, no. It's from 2 years before. I think in orchestra. Our foundation, they wanted to make some pictures to send everywhere. So we went to a lot, yes, with photographer, and made some nice pictures.
I have here also, I found this.
Oh, yes. It's in Bangkok, of course. We were playing there with the orchestra. I think it was birthday of the princess, one of the princesses of.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah,
and you're like, you look like a flower in front of the flower.
Yes, it was so beautiful, this orchard. Yeah.
It's fantastic. And here you are playing the harp. Is it like the fountain or what was it?
Street harp, yeah. It near to the Philharmonic. It's on the street. There is a lot of things that I saw. This it even sounds a little bit. It's metal sculpture, something.
Wow, that's wonderful. And here you were in Yagar, no?
No. It's Iguazu.
Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and between Argentina and Brazil, wonderful place. Yeah.
It's
also
really
during our tours with the orchestra. Sometimes we have one day free, Saturday morning.
And I know that how is it with the tours, of course. At least if we can see something, it's always a pleasure. But of course, it's always traveling and going from one hotel to another hall and to a plane.
Yeah.
And
to remember what is my room number, because every day sometimes it's different number.
But you are also teaching. Tell me, you are teaching in Tel Aviv. Orchestra is in Tel Aviv also. So is it possible to combine? How many students you have now at the moment?
Now I have one big in the university, and two smaller students that they are preparing to the big life. I decided after the long time that I want to teach somebody from the beginning to put the hands good, because otherwise we are busy to fix it. Yeah, so it's different.
So how is the interest for the harp in Israel at the moment?
It's always, since the first contest, it's growing and growing, and thanks to the last years, we made also the festival and Israeli competition for the children, for Israeli children. So last year we had gala concerts in Israel, because it was 60 years of the contest. And we made also youth concerts with the children in Israel Philharmonic, and we've got 83 harpists there.
Wow.
So it was 50 something that we played together, Handel concerto, and other was playing in the other ensembles. So it's growing very, very nice. Of course, there is a lot of smaller harps and Celtic,
And you are also very active as a soloist as well, and as everybody who has not had chance yet, but you should certainly search for Julia's not interview, it's today, but in YouTube, the recordings of her concertos with orchestras. You played many times with the Israel Philharmonic and with Maestro Meta. Meta, yeah. Is it correct? Yeah. So I just was afraid that I made a mistake. But how was the cooperation with him, and how was the choice of the program? If you have been able to choose it, or if he has chosen the program?
Sometimes I played only Boieldieu and Mozart with him, and he's the best of the best with everything, and especially when he's accompaniment. To soloist, you can feel just you even don't know what you want. He already knows this. And with Boieldieu, I asked him if I gave him a possibility to choose, and Mozart they asked me to play. So, and I think I will never again playing solo with my orchestra.
Why?
It's too tough for me, because you are soloist, you are doing this so many times, and I played with this kind of orchestra only 3 times, and I think it's too much tough already for me. I enjoy to play alone, and chamber music I can play. Orchestra, it's just it's to rest, it's not to work. Yes, I love it. But it's too much. Our audience is so experienced, our orchestra, to play with the colleagues, it's not so easy. experience, and I need to be perfect, and I know it's too hard already. That because I know not used to play solo with the orchestra. Not enough time.
But it's wonderful experience, and it's wonderful that you have also.
I'm so happy and so that I did it with our orchestra and with Zubin Mehta. So I don't need any more. There will be no higher.
It's really fantastic and great that you have this recording as well, that we all can listen to it and see it, and it's really gorgeous. I have found also this picture. It is with some trio, and it's really interesting.
In St. Petersburg, it's Haydn trio we playing in a festival in St. Petersburg. So this is two players of Kirov Theater, of Mariinsky Theater, and yes.
I see.
My arrangements. It's in La Scala, I think.
It's it's with your orchestra, certainly, when you were on the tour. And I found also, of course, with Catherine Michel.
Yes. Last year, I think we met in Paris. Yeah, she came to our hotel. Yes, just briefly for half an hour. It was all we had. But yes, it's so wonderful to meet people when we travel.
Indeed,
great opportunity. I hope we will travel again.
Yes, we hope so too, because of course the situation is now very difficult, but also now this beautiful picture, which really you are like a star, absolutely like we have today, you as a star. So it's really gorgeous picture. And
my daughter-in-law, she made this picture.
Oh man, that's really fantastic of her. That's so lovely. It's many also greetings.
Oh yeah, see.
So to everybody as well. Elena Zaniboni was also writing a message that when she started to play the harp when she was 7 years old, it was difficult to reach the pedals. So it's exactly what you said, the same way. And because you are really large, able to do everything, organization, playing, and teaching, and being a mother, you also become, as I said at the beginning, also the director of the Israel competition, which is one of the largest competition and with the largest history in the past. Tell me how it has happened. First of all, how long have you been there already as a director? Because I remember we met for the first time when I was in the jury, and I just also found some of the pictures here. For example,
in the jury, yes.
So it was a wonderful time, and as I remember, you are there next to me here, and here we are, the jury. So, and of course, it's a big responsibility to be like in this kind of big organization. And I must admit that I very respect and very admire that you can make everything, because it's not only a lot of organization, but it's also a lot of responsibility, as I said, for all the people. Just tell me how. I will just show one very nice picture. And there's another one as well. And here we are still very concentrated for listening.
Yeah, it's not easy, to be.
So tell me, you need to do also the program, or you have another committee who is arranging and choosing the program, or how does everything the organization goes through? How big people you have the team, and if you choose the team and so on, if you can just a little bit say the background from the competition.
Yeah, from our kitchen. I started to think about program before the next competition finished, the previous. So I'm already thinking we have a contest in 1 year, and I already have notes what my thoughts for the next one, and it's very interesting. So and I found that after even I met with Mr. Salvi, with Marco, and he asked for me, I want new repertoire. I'm tired from the harp original written repertoire. It's enough. Yeah. So it was so surprising to me, and I wanted also to bring much more good music. Yes. So I started to make arrangements, and we do have a committee. Just a second, I need to open the door. One second. Yeah. My son just came and I'm sorry. So we have a committee. So I just make a proposal for the program, and the committee we have harpists and composers from Israel, and they decided is it good. They give ideas, and we together can decide if it's good or not.
That's
and yes, and also I thinking about another son coming. I think I thinking about jury also, and then I bring in names to the committee, and we decide, the jury is so busy. So when I make invitation, we never know if they can come or not. And people who are playing in the orchestra, we don't know what we're doing next season, even now especially, but in normal life also, next season, who knows? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And do you have any certain number of people in the jury? It has to be there, and the average of harpists and non-harpists. Is there any rule, or you just pick it up like you feel the taste for the moment?
There is no rule, but we are trying to bring musicians, and I feel that people who performing by themselves, they can judge better than only people who, I don't know, the composers. What do they know about the performing? Yeah. So I prefer the conductors, musicians, and any other instrument, and harpist, of course, but not the theoretical, And
Is
the
there
number
any...
of there is the criterium from the government that we have, that we need at least 10, I think, and at least 2-3 of them should be from the broad. Some, and every year it's some. The things are changing, so we are trying to be,
And is there that certain number has to be the harpist and certain number should not have been harpist, or you can choose this absolutely by yourself?
We usually we are choosing this, but I prefer that it will be somehow, I think the harpist knows better, but the good musicians will understand musicality also better. So I trying to find the good balance. Yeah.
Balance. Yeah. Yeah, and Julia, because you are also, what I already explained, what everything you are doing, you're also making transcriptions, you're also editing music, you are also very often at the Israel competitions are music of your edition as well, and it's mostly from Haydn or Mozart. Is there something particularly what you, that this music, it's something what belongs to your heart and you really like to play the classical music, or you take, how did it come to?
Sure. Haydn and Mozart, it's just, I think for some last years, I find myself that I'm enjoying practicing on this music. I don't need even to go play it anywhere, because it just make me feel good. So it's why I just made some new Mozart sonatas. This Corona time is very good for this, because I just was sitting home and practicing, and we are recording at home. And Haydn, yes, of course. And I found it sounds much even better than big concert grand piano, especially in chamber music, because harp is much closer to the cembalo. Yes.
That's absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and I made also Debussy sonata, the cello sonata with a harp, and Poulenc flute sonata with a harp. And I played it, of course. Before I publish it, I trying it by myself, and also flutists and also cellists telling me that the harp is much better for these pieces, because they don't have to fight with the big sound of piano, and we are all together. So I found it's very important, and for us, it's enriched our repertoire so much. It's just pleasure to play this music. Debussy, of course.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And have you record all of your music which you have edited, or not yet everything? Because it will be really
Not
great.
Yet. Not yet, but yes, now we are, since we developed the studio in our home.
Oh.
Yes, because of Corona, because we are sitting and I'm playing, so we need to do something for this. So this is the audience, and it's very nice. So yes, I'm now recording everything, and I'm planning to record the Haydn, all the trios I made, and everything.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I think that it's really great for also the other harpists, the new harpists, the young harpists who are now preparing for the competition, because at the next one will be also the Haydn trio, or which
It will be the cello sonata or flute sonata. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And also bass trio, the Carl Philipp Matter for two.
Yes, this is
flutes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how do you choose this music, like to make edition? Did you ever been asked before to play it with someone, and then you realize that it's good to edit it for also to publish, or have you just picked it up by your choice without any reason actually?
Any time it could be different, because sometimes I hear some piece by radio when I'm driving, yes, and I think, oh, I need to do this, and I'm writing this down immediately because I often forget. Or sometimes I'm playing with the chamber music, and they telling me, what about playing sonata flute? So once one of my colleagues flute player, I was in Thailand just we are resting, and he's writing, in 1 month from now we have a concert. What do you think about this sonata? And I have no harp, nothing. So he sent me the music, and I saw it, and I've hear the music, and I think, yes, we will do this. So, and when I need the deadline, yes, to do the something, you all have so many things, just to read book or whatever. But when you have that deadline that you have to be ready, so you do this.
Absolutely. And so, which piece are you working now? If you can tell us, if it's not.
Of course. Now I'm just finishing with the two arabesque of Debussy, because I just love this music, and I think it's wonderful here. And one more Mozart sonata.
Mm-hmm. For solo harp or
piano sonatas. I recorded three of them. I did it, and this is the fourth. Mm-hmm. And I have the bookshelf full of the music that I want to continue. I now want to make a trio with flute and bassoon by Donizetti, by Beethoven, and that's like, because I have colleagues who want to play more music together, so play Vivaldi sonatas, and then ideas continue to come. I just don't have enough free time.
Yeah, when the normal season is on, then it's no time for these things. So it's really fantastic that you have now time to do so.
Yes, and also I have to say that our instrument is just the best, because sometimes orchestras playing without us, and we can make our own music and to enrich our life.
It's very true. And now your orchestra also is not playing at this time, right?
This week we started to play, not for the audience. Yesterday we made a recording for Medici TV, so it will be in closer time on internet. And next week they are starting rehearsals. Our orchestra was divided for two orchestras, because we can be on the stage, and I think only till 50 people. So they make two orchestras out of our orchestra, and there will be two different program and no harp on it. So yes, I tried a little bit, but decided not too much, because I didn't finish all my plans. So yes, for 2 or 3 weeks And then let's hope that Corona will go and we will continue. So
Yeah.
we have already season completed for next season. And
but usually you have also holiday during the summer, right? Usually
we have August and September, but not this year. If there will be possibility to play concerts, we will.
You will do.
Because now we have
nothing to do.
Enough. We have enough at home for 2.5 months.
Yeah. I will just quickly go back to your arrangements because we have also there a message from Veronika Lemishenko, who was also the guest of not this session, but she was a guest of the harp concerts, the live concerts. So she writes that she thanks you for the possibility of the arrangements of Poulenc sonata for harp with the flutist, the flute and harp sonata. So you have your own publishing, or you just, how do you do that?
Each time it's different, and I'm starting to think maybe these days we can just publish this in downloadable PDF, and it's easier, especially that flights are not available and we cannot send anything. So I started to do this, but to think about it. I didn't do this. But before this, yes, Lira Vanderbilt, they published some of my works, and they're also Switzer. It's the flute publisher. He's from Denmark and Sweden. So Haydn is published for flutist, and harp. So it's different.
So it's not everything like based in Israel. It's all over the world. You have different publishers.
Of course, yes. It's everything is united now.
Yes, and if someone would be interested in the list of all the arrangements you have done, is it possible to find it on your website, or is there any link?
I didn't do yet my website, but it's also one of the plans. Probably next month it will be. Yes, of course.
It will be really nice because you have so many arrangements already, and it will be pity to miss some, which will be really interesting for the harp. So if it's possible to just inform us afterwards where you can find really the complete list.
Of course. Yeah. I know that all the music that somebody needs for the contest, usually harp.com, they have all this together, so you can find all the arrangement, all the pieces you needed there also. Harp.com.
Harp.com, and there is special file for only ordering the music for the competition in Israel.
Yes. And I know that Vanderbilt also doing this, so it's just need a little bit work on the computer.
Yeah, indeed, but it's possible
usually people also writing letters to our office of the contest, or just internet, Facebook now, it's everything. Connects people, really. We're lucky, yes.
Yes, and Julia, I'm just jumping from one topic to another because I always come to the idea. Please, how many people you have in your team for the competition?
Oh, we have our director, administrative director. It was it's Yossi Frost. He became our director after Esther Herlitz. There was Ilana Barnea also. She's not with us anymore. And we have our office secretary, Aliza Godron. She's wonderful, and she knows everything. I think she's since 95. I think she's with this position. And we have volunteers also. That's all. They do everything. So it's a lot of work. Yes.
A lot of work. And Julia, also, I just wanted to ask, are you having some kind of, I don't know, the whole book of everyone who was ever participated or who got all the prizes? Is there any possibility to have the history of the whole competition?
It's our problem because first competitions there was no information, so we just trying to find out from everywhere. And now we had the help with from Isabel Mariton from the Harp Congress. So she found some materials, and Chantal Mathieu now also making very big article about our contest. So she found. So we are trying, and I'm asked from our office to renew our website of the competition of the contest, and to put all the names on the programs, all the notes. So it's big. We need help with this, not even physically, to scan things, and especially in Corona, nobody worked.
Of course. No, it will be really interesting also to know the programs of all the competitions.
So it's what we are putting there.
Yeah.
I hope it will work. Yes.
Yeah, because it can be like really interesting to know how many times we have heard in Israel that piece, or how many times which concertos were used for the competitions, and maybe which one is going to be next time. If you can just say, if you remember what is going there, basically.
Of course, next time in October 21.
Yes.
It's a lot. It's sonatas by Scarlatti, suites by Handel. Chamber music stage, the third one. There are, of course, some pieces of the original harp repertoire, like Forêt Impromptu or Grand Jani Rhapsody. There is modern music, of course. This one, that it's not written yet. It will be.
So there is music which is particularly written for the competition, and
every time we are inviting new piece. So
and is there this piece going to be awarded, like the best performance of that piece also?
Usually the awards, it's not so difficult because people want to give awards and prizes. The money for the competition itself, it's much more problematic, because we need the help of our government, and not always we have government help.
But your financial support is from the state, or do you need to have sponsors? How does it everything work?
We need also the help of private people, and nowadays other competition trying to help us, also Korean competition helping us, and academy, the Harp Academy of Irina Singh, also they want to help us. So it's so nice that we have friends, and we are becoming friends, and we're helping each other, of course. And
That's
so pity that this Congress should be in July, that it's postponed to next year, but I hope we will meet there for sure, no?
Absolutely. No, it's really important that the harp world now can help, because you also reciprocation. You can just do concerts for of the winners of another competition and so on. You do now the Israel competition. Does the winner place in a USA competition, and is it also there? Right?
Yes, exchange. So we are waiting now for this Belgian girl who won the Bloomington. She's wonderful.
Indeed, we will have her also for our interview in next month. So I'm also very happy that we have these young people as well to say different view of their life, because they are just starting now. So it's great that you can also have such a people in your competition.
Yes. And our going to Bloomington also to play. So it's nice.
And Julia, is there still, as the first harp, is there the first prize? Is there still the harp?
Yes.
And still from Line and Healy.
Yes.
Hopefully, I also hope that everything works. Yeah.
I hope they will stay. They started with us, so.
Hopefully, I really hope so, and that it stays like it has been always, and it's tradition. And I think that
this tradition, it should
these big contests should have this kind of prize for the really prize winners.
Especially that now we have so many harp makers.
Absolutely.
We're so lucky that we can choose, and we can find everywhere. Even in Israel, we can find harp technician we have. we are so lucky that finally we are. Yeah, it's just you know how it is.
Yeah. Can you tell me how many harpists, if you know by just average, or maybe just if you know how many harpists are in Israel at the moment?
Oh, it's very hard to say. If we are counting all that finished to study, yeah, professional.
Yeah, professional. I mean, already not the students, but maybe just the professional harpists, because I don't know how many orchestras have the harp in Israel.
The harp position, it's only 1, 2, 3, only 4 orchestra they have a harp position.
I see. Okay.
Yes. And I think it's about 30, 40 professional harpists, younger and older. We have some more teaching, some more playing still. Yes.
That's good enough for
Yes,
not such a big country.
Yeah,
It's really
we have. You see, it was almost 100, I think. So it's growing very, very fast. And this December we will make our 3rd Israeli competition for young.
And it's not like combined with the international harp competition. It's something different.
No. We did it every 3 years. Also, not to be. It's too much for us, too many projects. So we making this and we're making this. Yes.
And is it national? Is it national competition, or is it?
Yeah, it's national.
National, so not international, so that the young it cannot go from the hall. And is there any new rule for Israel for like age limit, or are you still open for any from? I mean, from, because I know that
from we are open, and I found that on second or first competition there was the girl who was 12, I think. Yes, so from we allow to anyone. Of course, we have preliminary the video they are sending out, so we can choose until 36.
That's good age. It's really already big adult.
Yes, I think it's fair, because you remember when Ewing Chen won, she was 33. She was with child, and I think it's really fair for harpists. Sometimes harpists starting very not since 7 years. They starting from age 16. So you need years to be succeed, and sometimes the older are not worse.
Absolutely. They are more mature, of course. They are musically,
and you can see, and especially that we have chamber music stage in our contest, and I think it's very important. It shows so much, it's you can understand me because you're an orchestra player also, and when you go to play solo with the orchestra, you feel all the score or the orchestra, and sometimes I miss it in soloists, in harpists who don't play any chamber music or in orchestra, and they play even like there is no one else. So it's not like that. Music isn't written like that. So I think it's very important. So chamber music, you need experience, you need understand, you need communication. You can open your ear. You have to play with the music. You have to know what the other playing and how. It's a lot of. I love it. I prefer to play chamber music, especially in the concert. It's so nice, and you can feel the energy from.
Indeed. You are inspired by the others, and you are just talking to the others on the stage, and it's just really it's the most.
We are friends. We are with our colleagues we are playing the chamber music. So it's really nice. I love our job.
Yeah, indeed. And also, Julia, I remember when I competed at the Israel in '92, and I just only want to show that here's also Mariko Anraku. She's so hello to her. When we all, actually 3 now and many more, we were so lucky that we could play as soloist when we were in the final. Mariko was in the final with me as well, so we could play with the Israel Philharmonic as well.
Yeah.
And it has been probably in the years before absolutely normal, and it has not happened now for certain years. Is there any hope that it will happen again?
I hope it's always, yes, if we will find the money, because it costs too much. And before last years, we had Chiskina, Yoko Chiskina, who gave the money, special money for this last stage to be played with the Israel Philharmonic Orchestra. And since she died,
I see.
yeah, but this year we made something in between when we made the gala concert. So just I organized small, not so small, 25, 30 people from our orchestra, and we made but the musician was from our orchestra. So the quality, and it's fantastic. Yes.
Yeah, of course. But is it still because before the base was in Jerusalem, which was also having such an amazing atmosphere, really something so special. I remember that I was going to the holy wall, and I mean it is something so unique, and you feel this atmosphere. And now it is in Accra.
Yes, Accra.
Exactly. It's a gorgeous place as well, but everything is in one place now, right? Because before it was in Jerusalem, and then the third and fourth in Tel Aviv.
It's also a question of money.
Yeah, I see.
In Jerusalem, they are full of competition and Israeli festival, so they have enough. And in Tel Aviv, also everything is very, very expensive. Also hotels, the halls, we have to pay for everything.
Of course.
So in old Accra, they thirsty for the culture, and they helping us so much. And it's wonderful to play there with this acoustic. It's you can always go to Jerusalem by car or by bus to visit it, but to play in this Romance halls with all this, you remembered what the acoustics there. It's just amazing.
It's really, I just only, for those who did not have been here before, I just only show, I have here the picture when, if I can see that, if I can find it, directly from here, when we were in the jury. This is the atmosphere of the contest now. So it is really in the beautiful historic place.
Yeah, it's beautiful, yes.
Yeah. So, and of course, so you don't move to any other bits.
No, I think next time we will stay in Accra also. It's much easier. Also, everyone enjoy the sea. Also,
That's true. Yeah.
For the participants, it's just on the beach. So girls, even who didn't pass for the next stage, they enjoyed it very much. They went to here. And went to the sea. I saw,
it's a beautiful place. Absolutely, in all the way. I think that I showed already, and here also this where we are here. This is also near to the sea, actually, right?
Yes.
No, it's a really beautiful place to be, and I really recommend it very highly to everyone.
And in October, weather is just perfect,
Gorgeous. So if anybody, not only when you don't compete, you go to
yes,
and you enjoy it, because it's really
music, yes, and see people and enjoy our country. Oh, okay. We should be sure that it will be very good, and we will be all after this Corona disaster.
Of course. And after this Corona, I mean, of course, we all are in a stress how this is going to be, but is it safe now in Israel, also in other way?
Of course, no. In Israel, it's always safer than the other place, because everyone is ready for. I think it's one of the reasons why Corona is not so spread like in Italy, because we used to be in war, and when we have enemy, so we all together against. So Corona now it's our enemy for sure, and we're all together going with the masks, You used to do this? It's interesting. Yes, we just went yesterday to the orchestra, and on the stage we don't need to wear a mask, but everyone sits with his own pult. You know, we always sit with our own, but also strings. It's wonderful, wonderful to come back. Yes. To see.
I really hope that everything will be fine very soon. I just would like to be also, I would like to know what kind of harp you have behind. It looks a little bit, because I cannot see it so clearly. Is it older harp, or is it some new harp, or is it historical harp?
It's 50 years, 50, 60, yes. It's orchestra's harps, because I'm taking them every month and change it, because they are standing there alone and nobody playing. So I'm just bringing it home, playing, and then changing. Yes, this is
That's good.
yeah.
So that's good that you didn't keep this baby alone for Corona.
My heart is crying, and nobody is there, so I cannot teach there. So students coming here now.
Just only Mariko said that the food is delicious in Narco. So for sure. I totally agree. Totally agree. And Julia, is there a music which you are now transcribing during the time of the Corona?
Yes, I continue it every time. I just made the Italian concerto for 2 harps instead of 1 piano. Yes, so I also recorded it with myself. It was crazy thing, but
that's great. That's great.
Yes, I was preparing this for the congress, for harp congress. I'm just finishing all this finishing things to publish this, and it will be out. And other Mozart sonatas. Yes, it should be all. It's a lot of computer work.
I know. But you have certainly a big help from your husband, who also does.
No, music is I'm writing it down by myself. He is helping with the recording and with the moving and with writing music for harp.
Yeah. So he's a composer.
Yes, he's a composer. Yes.
So only to tell to the people so that they know, of course. And so, did he write something for you? Of course he did, but I just want to ask people.
It will be on the next competition, yes. And people are telling me it's very hard to memorize. I know, but if I could study this in my age, so young people also can do this. It's beautiful piece.
For sure.
Not easy.
And he wrote only one piece for the harp? Certainly not.
No, of course. There is a lot of things that he tried, and ensembles, yeah. But somehow I decided it's too much. Let's other play this. I'm going back to Mozart and Haydn and Debussy, French music, yes.
That's really lovely. And also, Julia, you recorded many CDs. Which CD it's the most loving for you, for your personal, which you really like the best?
Oh, it's hard to say. I think it's this is 3 most craziest CD in my life that I made with the producer Leor Suleiman. He's how he's called himself, calling himself not traditional. That doesn't matter. So it was his ideas to play on harp, and if anything not written for harp. So there is there is part written for piano. There is Philip Glass written for piano. There is Steve Reich written for 2 pianos, and some composition I made after oud player. This Arabian lute instrument. Yeah. So there was Egyptian star once, and there was his recording. So we just made something in style, so I made the improvisation. So crazy things, just yes. So I love it, love this experimental thing. But of course, Mozart concerto, what can be better?
Indeed, yeah, that's true. And now you are based in Israel. You come from Russia. Do you have still the connection to your born city, or are you visiting Russia, or are you having just relatives there? How is it now with your life?
I'm very happy that all my family is here. So at least that, and a lot of friends who not living in Russia, so we are meeting everywhere. I still have, of course, friends there, and yes, I went there last 3 years ago, I think, for the first harp festival that Sofia Kiprska did there. So you showed that the picture, and it's so nice to visit my city, my place when I born, where I born and grown. But I don't think it's my house. It's my home already. I think Israel is this is my place now. And because of course we have nostalgia, but I think it's more than on beautiful places, yes, but on youth and our friends and our people who you live with. Yes. So if I meet them in New York or Prague, so it's good enough. And there's so many places I want to go and I wasn't there, or I was and I want to go again. Yes, but of course we have language, so it's helping. And a lot of Russian students, they asking to help. Sometimes master classes, yes, I do there. I tried also to teach by internet, but it's annoying to hear the sound. It really, I can bear it. Almost impossible for me.
I know, especially when it's not a good connection, it's not easy.
Yeah,
It's very
with a harp or piano.
Mm.
You can hear oboe or flute, so it's just the range is much smaller. We have so many.
Right. And did you see a big difference from the time? Of course, I know that it's certainly a big difference, but for you as a person who left your country at time as a really unstable things, that you needed to leave to another country, and now you come back when it should be democratic and everything is, do you see really big difference? Or
No. I'm okay. My mother probably see me, but she will not understand what I'm telling. No, I feel not safe there. When I come to Russia, I'm coming with Israeli passport, so I feel better. Yes, not with the Russian. I'm not. I know that people are the same. Nothing changed for real. They're trying to be democratic, but it's not. No. And this thing you can feel, and I think only us who live there can feel it, because people who come to visit, and it's beautiful country, it's so wonderful and so full and rich in everything. Yes, and people are wonderful, but the system is just terrible. No.
Understand what you mean. Absolutely. Yeah, it's true. And I think that you really made a good step, that you came to the country where you feel really home, and that actually your life is so fantastic at the moment that you can really enjoy playing in the most wonderful orchestra with the most wonderful people, that you can do all what you are doing now, recording, transcribing, being the director of one of the most important competition in the world. Actually, it's really a dream for many of the harpists, and I'm really so happy.
I know dreams. I will go far.
But it's really good that you can do all of this, and that you have also energy to do all of that together, and that you can share really like your personality to everything, because you're a lovely person as well. So that's something what belongs to do all these things in a good way and sharing it the right way.
I think we need to help world with the right, with the good feelings, with wonderful music, and with the beauty of the life. So probably it will help. It should save our world. No, I believe in good feelings and good friendship, and to be friends with you. It's so wonderful.
For me as well, and I'm really happy that at least this exists, that we could have talked today together. And I just would, before we will say goodbye, which I don't want to because it's really so nice to see you, just tell me, is there any dream you have which you would like that it comes still true, if either in professional or either in privacy? Is there anything what you can share which is not so secret and you would like to really that becomes true for your life still?
Now I feel so good with myself. I don't want to be any younger, really. And if I can continue play, okay, maybe yes, that we will feel less painful in our body because our instrument, it's not so easy to play after years and years. And just to continue to play good. No, I don't want to play worse. I don't want to be in good, and to finish when I feel that it's all, to stop it in time. That's it's also secret, and not everyone knows how to stop.
Indeed, that's something what is very, very big gift if someone has this kind of border and they understand.
Not everyone needs, because I remember I was here. I hear Vera Dulova playing. She was 70, I think, something. That's amazing. Just her trills, her techniques. It's just okay. There's a people who gifted in this way or other. So no, I just want to be in good, and my sons are going to army, and grandchildren are just to have to be healthy, and that family will be healthy,
Indeed,
and
indeed.
travel again. I want to travel. It's too much. Yes, to sit in one place, it's not us. It's not our life.
Indeed, indeed. And we will certainly have the chance to travel again. It will certainly come back very soon. And
yes.
Yeah, and I must tell, and I think that all of you agree that I really like your image, new image, your new haircut, and everything. It's a change from the previous when I knew you with the long hair, and you look really great. And I'm really so thankful and so happy that you could have time to be with us today, that you shared all your life or your wonderful stories. Is there any funny story or any story would you like to share with? Of meeting, I don't know, with maybe when you were working with Mr. Zubin Mehta, if you have any maybe story from that time.
Story. Okay, it's the only thing that I need to. I can think that when he's checking you when you're the new in the orchestra or before you there, so he's very tough, and it was so hard to bear, and he could to tell you bad things, and to give you to feel really small and not good. But he is the man who, if he accepts you, so this is life, and this is love. And he is also, I can tell that sometimes one concert he made mistake and give me wrong cue, and I didn't play when he wanted because it was one bar before. So then my heart was beating, but I didn't play. So next concert, he was looking at me in the same place and making like, not here. So I didn't tell him, no, not here, here. So you can speak with him while he's conducting, and the music, it's wonderful, but you can understand that he's just speaking with you. Yeah, and you're studying from these stars how to be, human, because even the God can make mistake, and he is admitting this. Okay, I made mistake, so what?
Indeed.
So I learned that it's okay to make mistakes in life and concert, and even
we are only learning out of that. First of all, we are learning, and secondly, we are human being. We are not the robots. We are not machines. So that's absolutely human. So it's wonderful, and it's great to see also that everybody can do so, and as much as we accept it, and also show it that we accept it. It's the best of how to do it. And you have only one harp. Only one harp in your orchestra? Is only one harpist?
One position, yes.
One position. It has always been like that, or it has been two harps before?
No. It always was only one position. Judith labor and yeah.
So if you need a harp, if you need a second harp,
the students, our students from the academy, it's a very good possibility for them. They have practicum during the year.
Yes.
It's part of the studying program to play in
That's wonderful. That's really cool.
Yes.
And in the orchestra, which piece you like the best?
Oh, everything new. I mean, not the new music, not the modern music, not especially. I love to play something that I didn't play yet. So it's almost hard to find things that we never playing Wagner. Yes, that I didn't play almost, but it's very hard to find the pieces that
you have not played yet.
Yes.
And which kind of course, when you play solo or chamber, you like the classical, but of course in the orchestra we don't have the harp in the classical pieces. So is there the French music you like the best, or Mahler?
Of course, Mahler and French music. The big orchestra, it's our repertoire, and our orchestra is very known this. Yes, and I like every piece with a good conductor. So conductor must bring us new, and we are lucky we have very good conductors.
Of course.
Yes. I hope they will continue come.
And can you just share if there is any conductor who that doesn't like the harp at all?
Oh, they never show this. Yeah. Yes, if conductor asks you to play less, that it's suspicious, because usually it's not enough. Yeah. I remember that somebody told me about Dochnani, that he always asking less, play less. So it's just almost, No, usually they love us. Why not? We are playing wonderful. We are so beautiful. Yeah.
No, but I think that the harp belongs to the orchestra and it should be heard. That's why we are softer than when the whole tutti violins play. So why we should be softer when we are just one instrument, right?
Yeah,
I feel it.
No, I love to double and triple part, but it's so hard to play together. But when there is some good conductors, they telling the orchestra, if you cannot hear harp, so you're playing too loud. So it's wonderful. Yeah. So the conductor who thinks that the orchestra music, it's like the chamber music, so they know that they need to hear us. Yes.
This your sentence which you said now, that some conductor says that if they don't hear the harp, they play too loud. This should be a sentence which every conductor should learn in the school. Everybody should know, and I absolutely agree with it. And it's a part of education, I guess. That's really so lovely said. And Julia, is there any I don't know. Actually, what do you like in life the best?
so too many things. I cannot say one thing. I love to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Very good on it. Of course, we are not speaking about the harp or music. Yes,
No, yeah,
my dream was since I was born, I wanted to dance. So any opportunity I can dance, I'm dancing. Not that I'm doing this too much, but I love to do this. Of course, to travel. Yes, it's to read things, to study in other languages more, to find to have time to finish all the plans. I think this is and to stay in mind, yes, for longer.
you have a long way in front of you. Come on, this is nothing what you should even think at the moment. No,
it's going fast, and I want to make a lot. Yes.
time flies very fast, and we know it, and we are really trying to fill the time as much as possible. And that's why I'm so thankful, Julia, that you find time for us, and that you really this very treasure time. And I send you many greetings. Thank you. I wish you all the best for everything what you are doing. Really good luck for all your preparation, for all your concerts, for all your recordings, for all your music. And I hope that really you will be so kind to send me as soon as you will have your website as well, that we can share it, and that everybody can find all the publications which Julia has done and is doing and will do. And that you certainly should search for her recordings on the YouTube, because already yesterday I posted one of the Glier concerto, but she has many of the others, and you can find there also a recording of her when she was I don't know want to state the age, but it was 1986 recording. Yeah. So she was very little, and it's very beautiful to see all her actually stories from her life. And I'm really so nicely touched that we could have time together, even through the internet. I miss you so much by person, and I hope that we will have chance to see each other again very soon, Julia.
Thank you, Jana. And I just need to add that you made fantastic job with this channel, and to give us the opportunity, first of all, to see the recording from this Congress of 1987. It's amazing. And to see all the people, it's amazing. It's the dream to come true, that come true. And thank you very much for giving us opportunity to speak and to play, and you're giving the stage for everyone. It's good. So thank you very much.
My big pleasure. Thank you, Julia. So I wish you all my best. Greetings to your family as well. And yes, we have here, you got applause from the public as well. So I really, it was big pleasure. I think to everybody who was with us today. Thank you to everyone who wrote to us. And I'm sure that we will again see each other, not only with Julia, but with all of you. And be looking forward for the concert on Tuesday. It will be a live concert. Honestly, it will be the last live concert in the row now, because since that we will have hundreds of these beautiful guests like we had today, Julia Rovinsky. We will have many of the other stars who are already set up and scheduled for the upcoming 3 months. So you can be really looking forward for wonderful people. You can already search at the harp channel of the events. There are most of them already written, and I'm sure we will have wonderful time. And I'm looking forward to see all of you. And to Julia, I thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Jana.
Take care and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye. My big kiss as well. Bye.